You guys, this Pan That Face palette update, it's so goddamn good. It is, I think this is the best Pan That Face palette update that we have had this year. So far this year, I'm gonna come out and say it. I'm so proud of this progress. I feel like this project all year has been kind of slow, kind of like here, there, and everywhere, kind of like, yeah, we're here again. This update is like, it's go time. These products heard me say that it's kind of halfway through the year now, and they were like, it's halfway through we gotta buckle up. We gotta buckle up. It heard me, and they really have buckled up because the progress in this is absolutely insane. I'm gonna share all of these products with you guys today. If you don't know, I'm doing Pan That Face palette a little bit differently. I have multiple products that kind of combine to make a face palette because I realized that I've been doing Pan That Face palette for many years now, and that means that my singles are neglected quite a lot because I'm focusing so much on palettes. So I decided to kind of roll in my oldest products in my collection that are singles and just work on those, and I've really been loving it. It's really satisfying to me, and I'm really happy with this way of doing Pan That Face palette. But just before we do jump into the video today, guys, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me, and you do not want to miss this progress. I think that from here on out, I'm gonna come here every single month with banging progress, with incredible progress, so you don't want to miss it. I also do Pan Those Eyeshadows, Pan That Face palette. Like, this is Pan That Face palette. Pan That Eyeshadow palette, oh my god, there's too many projects. I do Palette of the Week, I do Project 10 Uses, I do so many project pans, as well as Get Ready With Mes, just chatty videos and stuff like that. So if that sounds like a good time to you, then definitely stick around. So I'm going to start with the product with the least amount of progress. I actually swapped this out last month. However, technically it's still in this project. I'm just gonna fly through this. This is like something and nothing. This is the Ofra Glazed Donut Highlighter. This was the original highlight that I was trying to finish this year. However, last month I kind of realised that I was not going to finish this. I was kind of optimistic to a fault, I think, up to last month, and I was like, yeah, I can finish this, yeah, it'll be fine. And then last month it really dawned on me that that's not going to happen. This is what it looks like today. I've only used it one time. Like I said, I have actually swapped this out with a different highlight, so you're not going to be able to see any progress with just one use. Yeah, one use. I've used it 72 total times in the project this year, which is absolutely incredible. I've really expanded this pan a lot, and if this is the only progress that I get this year on this product, that's absolutely fine for me. I started this project, there was a teeny tiny pan in the center of this product. Obviously now it is crazy big. I'm so proud of this. I'm hoping, if all goes well, that I will be able to finish the highlight that I replaced this with, and hopefully at the end of the year I can kind of get back to it, maybe get a little bit more progress. Obviously I'm not going to be finishing this at all anytime soon, so that goal has kind of been put to the side, but I'm really proud of the progress that I have made. So even though there's no crazy progress this month, I mean there's no progress at all, I'd like to just kind of say I'm proud of the progress that I've made. Yes, I haven't finished it, but that's okay. I'm still really proud of myself. I have started to not see not hitting goals as failing anymore, and that is a massive driving force for this year. If you were on my channel last year, you'll know that I panned way too much. You can definitely project pan too much. I think I hit like 30 eyeshadow pans last year, and this year so far I've hit like 4. But I'm happier. I'm so much happier. So it's not a fail, it's just, you know, I've still got really good use on it. So last month this weighed 87.15 grams. It still weighs 87.15 grams. I've only used it one time. Obviously we have lost no weight on this, which is absolutely fine, but that means that I have lost in total 0.53 grams since the start of the year. That's a massive achievement. Does it say how much is in here? No, it doesn't. This is going to be a big product though. There's going to be a lot of grams in this, but I've managed to use over half a gram this year so far, which is a really good achievement. I'm really happy with that. However, as I said, I did have a bit of an awakening moment last month where I thought, you know what, I want to be able to finish a highlight and it's not going to be this. So let's talk about the product that I rolled in that place. This is my Zoeva highlighter and it's been repressed into a Makeup Revolution compact. This was the highlight that I was actually panning in my Pan That Face palette last year, and I got so close to finishing it, as you can see, but it just wasn't completed in time. So I thought if I'm gonna finish a highlight, it's probably gonna be this one. This is what it looks like today. Can you see? You need some glasses, you need a microscope, you need some glasses, but can you see that pan? We have hit pan literally about 10 minutes ago. I kid you not. Can you see this? If you can't see it, I will pop a picture on screen. I have taken a picture of this with my phone and I know you can see the pan in this picture. So funny story, I actually filmed a video before this. I'm wearing a different highlighter today, but I sat down to film this video and I thought, well, might as well put more highlight on because I want to use the products that I speak about in this video. So I might as well just top up my highlight and just like put a little bit more on. And I hit pan on it. I hit pan on it literally 10 minutes ago. I'm so excited. There's the teeny weeny tiniest little pan in this, but it is pan nonetheless. I have done it. I'm so excited because now we can really start getting that visual progress. When you hit pan and you start expanding that pan, that for me is the most satisfying part of project panning. So I've actually got a lot of hope that I'd be able to finish this by the end of the year. Maybe. It is so thin in this pan. It has been pressed and it's super thin. It's like paper thin. So I really want to be able to finish this by the end of the year. Like I said, I was working on this all last year as well. So I've had like a nice 6-month break from it, but I love this. This is so unbelievably blinding. I kind of forgot how blinding it was. It is absolutely crazy and I love it so much. I love this highlight so much. I am not hate panning it whatsoever. Even though I have re-rolled it in from last year, I'm still really loving it. I'm still really happy to be wearing it and I'm really excited. I've got a pan in it. How crazy is that? If I hadn't have decided to just top up highlight, which like my highlight didn't even need to be topped up. I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to put some highlight on, put some extra highlight on. And I did, and I hit pan. Like, that is incredible. Can you imagine if I didn't do that and then one use into the next month, I'd hit pan? That would have been so annoying, but oh well. I've done it. I've done it. I'm so excited. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to try my best to get as much of this done as I can over the next like 5 months. I think I might be able to do it, you know, I think I might be able to, and I'm so excited for that. So I've used this 11 times this month and it was only rolled in last month, so 11 uses in the whole project. Obviously, I used it a hell of a lot last year, but I don't have last year's numbers with me. This has only lost a tiny bit of weight, which I don't know if I believe now because I have hit pan on it, but obviously there's a whole other product in here too, so whatever. Last month this weighed 54.86 grams. This month it weighs 54.82 grams, meaning this apparently has lost 0.04 grams, which I don't know, comparing those numbers to the rest of the weight loss in this project, I don't know. Highlight is notoriously like difficult to finish though. Highlight you only put a tiny bit on, so maybe that is right. Let me know down below, do you think that's right or do you think that's a bit low? I'm not sure. So those are the highlights, okay? But the progress doesn't stop there, okay? I am going to save Milani Luminoso till last because that is the one with the craziest progress, in my opinion. So I'm going to start talking about the bronzer in this little project now. So this is another one that has actually been repressed into a different compact. This is actually the Ofra format bronzer and it's been repressed into the Zoeva Spice of Life compact. I was going to put the highlight in the other space, but I just didn't. I don't know. I've just not done it. But this had a massive, massive pan on it in the original compact. However, the whole compact just fell apart on me. It was being held together by duct tape and I just couldn't do it. I didn't want to faff with that anymore. I felt like I couldn't travel with it. I felt like I couldn't use it safely because it was just disintegrating. This is what it looks like today. Can you see we've used it a lot? I have used this a hell of a lot, but I don't feel like there's that much visual progress. There is quite a big dip, but I think it is because I use such a big brush. It's kind of being used quite evenly. So I feel like I bring this brush out every single Pan That Face palette update, but because my brush is so big, I feel like we're evenly wearing away this pan, and I feel like when we hit pan on this, it's gonna disappear because the pan is probably gonna be quite big because it's evenly going down. I kind of wish I still have a pan in this, obviously, because the pan expansion and watching the pan grow is so satisfying, especially in a bronzer because I use more bronzer than blush or highlight. So I really loved having that pan. However, I don't think it's going to take too long to re-hit pan in this. I don't think. If I hold it this way, you can really see how low a part of this product is in this pan. I'm a little bit wary of this. I am a little bit cautious. When this was in the original Ofra packaging, I was like, oh, we'll have this done no time. And now it's in this packaging, I'm a little bit like, ooh, maybe it's going to take a little bit longer than expected to finish this. I don't know. Let me know down below. Do you think I would have this finished by the end of the year? I think I will. I've got like 5 months. Surely. I use this so much. I've used this 13 times this month for a total of 87 uses since the start of the year, which is absolutely crazy. 87. We're edging closer to the 100 mark on all of these products, which is kind of insane. It really is, but I'm really proud of my progress with everything. So last month this weighed 43.16 grams. This month it weighs 42.76 grams, meaning in the past month this has lost 0.4 grams. And obviously I can't compare these two numbers from the start of the year because it's in completely different packaging and it weighs more now than it did in January, but that's just because of the packaging. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going with this. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to do my best. And hopefully I'll be able to hit pan in this very soon. That is the goal. I really hope that I can do that. I think I will be able to. I'm going to stay optimistic. I think I'll be able to hit pan in this. Maybe not the coming month, but maybe the month after that. I'm going to have pan in this and this is going to be gone by the end of the year. That is something that I'm going to do. I'm going to do it. I wear a lot of bronzer anyway. I use a big brush. So surely this has to be done by the end of the year. And that would be amazing as well because the Ofra format bronzer, I think is one of my oldest bronzers in my makeup collection, which is a massive reason why it was chosen to be in this little trio of products. Now a quad because I have the extra highlight, but this was obviously in the original little trio for that reason. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think I'll have that finished by the end of the year? I don't know. Now, it's the moment I've been waiting to update. This is crazy. Okay, so if you haven't watched my previous Pan That Face palette updates, the Milani Luminoso had a pan on it for the longest time. And for the longest time, people were saying like, I can't see the pan. I really can't see. Are you sure there's a pan in there? Are you sure? Are you positive? Because we can't see it at all. And I was saying, yes, there's a pan in here, I promise. It's because it's a baked product. It's baked on top of the pan. And because of that, the pan isn't like a bright silver. So you see this, it's like a bright silver. You can see the pan. Because Luminoso is baked on top of it, the pan almost looks like the same color as the product. So it was so hard to show the pan. However, I'm just going to show you. This is what it looked like last month. Hopefully you could have seen the pan. Hopefully you could have seen the pan last month. I feel like last month was the first month that people were like, oh yeah, we see this pan now. We know what you're talking about now. We can actually see it. There was one little diamond visible at the top, which was like a little like indent into the pan to, I think it's to make the product like stick better. I don't know, but I feel like that one little divot really helped people to see the pan and to see what I was talking about. This is what it looks like today. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little indent divots visible in this pan. Can you see it now? You better be able to see it now. I swear to God, this makes me so happy. And every single time I use this, there's more progress. This is flying by now. This, every single time I use it, there's another little indent divot visible. It feels like that anyway, because this is flying by, and I'm so proud of myself for this. Look at all of these little divots. Look at them all. Can you see them all? I'm so proud of this. I'm so excited. Like, this is really giving me hope that I will be able to get this done by the end of the year. Even when I hold it like this way, because it's a baked product, the pan doesn't go in, it is flat. But look at, like, there used to be a massive mound here, and that has been pretty much eaten away. And I think we can do it. There is barely any product left in here. And like I said, because this is so thin up the top here, every single time I use this product, there's more progress. It's crazy how fast this has gone. I feel like the journey to hitting pan was so long, but I feel like now that we've hit pan, it's gonna fly by completely, and I'm so here for it because, again, this was one of the oldest blushes that I have in my collection, and the thought of finishing a blush is so satisfying to me. The thought of finishing a blush is so notoriously difficult to completely project pan, and I think I'm gonna do it by the end of the year. I think I am. Let me know, what do you think down below? I think I'm gonna do it, and I'm so unbelievably excited about that. This is like crazy. This is craziness, and I'm so excited about it. So let's go to the numbers. I've fangirled enough. Let's go to the numbers. I've used this 16 times this month for a total of 88 uses since the start of the year. A hell of a lot of use. Last month, this is crazy, guys. Last month, this weighed 36.93 grams. This month, it weighs 36.61 grams, meaning in the past month, this has lost 0.32 grams. And that means since the start of the year, oh my God, this has lost 1.39 grams. And I think there's only 3 grams of product in here. So this year, half of the year, I've used half of this product. And obviously, it was used a lot before this year anyway. So I'm going to have this done by the end of the year. I'm going to have this done. And this is so exciting. It's either 3 grams or 3.5 grams. But even if it was 3.5 grams, I would have easily have used 0.5 grams of this before it was even in this project. So the fact that we're at 1.39 grams, I'm so unbelievably excited about this. This is going to be done. This is going to be done. I'm so excited. What do you think? Do you think I can do it? I really think I can. I think the jump from last month to this month is pretty crazy, and I'm so excited to come back next month and update all of these. I'm just so excited. I feel like finally we've got the ball rolling. I feel like the first 6 months of a project is almost like we're getting to see, we're making dips a little bit deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And then 6 months to 12 months is almost like, right, we're doing it now. We're on the ball. We are vision. We've got the vision. We're gonna do it. And I feel like that is where I am with not only Pan That Face palette, but Pan That Eyeshadow palette as well. I feel like things are finally getting into motion, and I'm so excited about this little journey. So let me know, what do you think? Goals for next month: just keep using Milani Luminoso. I'd like to try to hit pan on the bronzer, but I don't think we're gonna do it. And then just expand the pan in this highlight as much as possible. This highlight probably won't be used. It's just going to be chilling. I'm really going to be focusing on this highlight instead. But yeah, how are you doing with your project pans? Let me know down below. I'd love to celebrate with you guys. What do you think of my progress? Do you think I'll have things done by the end of the year? Do you think I'm going to big fat fail? No, I won't. Be sure to like and subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.